Buenas, Feliz Navidad, everyone. Hello. Hey, look. Look. Vinny is here too. Great. Hello, and thank you for tuning in once again. Hold on. It's the 26th of December, 2024. I started at 9 p.m. There we go. Great. Awesome. I got it right. Nice. I fancy meeting you here once again. Feels like it was just yesterday, wasn't it? Hey. You know what? On the second day of Christmas, shift up. The studio, the third NIKKE studio, whatever they call it, right? They gifted to us a brand new story event in NIKKE. It's called Footsteps Walk Run. Little odd title, but you know, I'm excited to find out why it's such an odd title. That's what's happening tonight. You know, just a little disclaimer up ahead. But if it's wholesome, oh, I hope it's wholesome. You know, sometimes they do that, right? Sometimes. Again, info up ahead, my voice is still not fully there. I don't know, it doesn't change anymore. It stays at like 80%. Like I'm missing some notes, I can't push the full volume, I can't go as high or low as I usually can. It's missing range. Just so you know. But streaming yesterday, it was like alright. I noticed after a while, my voice feels very strained. But I like to think that if I just stream more, it's like practice. You know, maybe like to get the voice bands to where they were before. Hopefully, I don't know. I guess we find out, right? Just staying lubricated inside. Nice. Aqua di sink. What do you call that? The finest tap water. Great. Okay. Let's not waste too much time. Because tell you what. We've had we were hanging out with friends today making raclette, you know, like you know what raclette is, right? Where you have like this, it's like a stove on that you can put on the desk, and it's like little things to put on top. You put the meat, and then there's little, you know, pan trays underneath where you can put cheese and stuff inside. We had that. And boy, am I stuffed. Am I stuffed. You know what that is, right? Raclette? I don't know what the English term is. That's just the obvious French term that we use. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good, just very filling. Lots of meat, lots of cheese. D-Look would like it very much. Yeah. And also I didn't have super much sleep last night. If you might have seen the thing in the Discord. I've got like a thing that's tracking my sleep and stuff now. Well, it wasn't much last night. It was not much. Like, for example, Vinny's already asleep. She's passed out. So I'm like, oh god, I'm getting flashbanged from the intro cutscene. I'm updating. We're updating. Right, there's music. Right, that's the song where I was not sure if it's muting the stream. Okay. I'm excited to do the new event. Speaking of new stuff though, Star Rail. I was lucky and I got myself at 69 polls on a guaranteed 50-50 though. I got Fugu. And tonight I also got on a non-50-50. Wait. I got Fugu on a guarantee at 69, and then I've got her light cone on non-guarantee at 50. Yes. So I can enable my absolute destructive super break team. Yeah. That's how we like it. But also, like, you know, Fugu's design is just awesome. Alolan Ting Yun. That's what I saw people call it in Kanta's chat. Alolan Ting Yun. It's awesome. It fits so well. Oh, we almost ready? We're almost ready. Almost ready. Oh. We're ready. Okay. Well then. Let's begin.
Goddess of Victory. NIKKE.
It's Robbie. Happy New Year. Oh. That's kind of cute. Yeah. What's that? Not bad, not bad. Maintenance gifts, good. Can we start this strong? Oh, of course, look at that. SSR mode, that's a guaranteed SSR. That's how you do it. Now that's how you do it. Where's she? Yeah. She's got good vision. Very good vision.
Drop the beat!
Oh, right, there's the New Year passes too. Ein. Handmade Festa.
Teacher, come here quickly! There's all sorts of fun things here!
I really feel like her voice doesn't fit her, actually. I still got the forehead. Still got the forehead. Oh, wait. Okay. The other ones aren't in yet. Third step, walk, run. Last night we made chapter 17. And I told you I'm totally gonna remember what we did. We're back at the Ark. We learned from the pilgrims how Vap House is made. And we have to find a certain institute where the legendary commander, which is blood, has been used to create Vap House. Has been, well, in that institute he's been like, I don't know. That's what traces of that are or something like that. And now, Suen wants to make a, how do you call that? It's like a plot where she wants to make Matisse heroes again.
Drop the beat!
But dropping the beat and luring Raptures into the Ark so she can defeat them. They can defeat them as Matisse. And because they've been, you know, Vaphoused, cured of corruption with the Vap House. And people think they're gonna, you know, rise against the humans. It's a scheme. There we go. That's the word. A solid plan for sure. Yeah. Real good. Good plan. Okay. There's nothing new here yet, is there? No, still that one. Okay. Guaranteed 50-50. Let's go. But, boom. Just testing. Hold on. Can I? Can I? I'm missing 4? Are people not sending me social points?
Time to get you all jazzed up!
6 days. Incredible. Check wishlist on standard. Was that the message they just gave me? Okay, 29 days. Well, that's Vinny. I'm not gonna delete her in there. She wants to play eventually, but currently she's playing the other NIKKE. She's playing NIKKE. She's really addicted to NIKKE. And I think it's cool, you know, I have to admit to myself I won't have time for it. So it's nice watching her play it while I basically sit next to her on my Rock Ally and I do Star Rail or my NIKKE dailies. So that works out. Okay, Red Hood. I need some goddamn Red Hood. And Crown. Yes. Okay, who do I wanna fill up? I think I want to fill up Scarlet Black Shadow and Cinderella. One more. Grave? Fine, I'll take her for the sake of having a copy of her. But you know, like, I mean, units gotta be strong, of course, but they also gotta have that certain... You know what I mean? It's flavor in the end, of course, you know? It's all about the flavor. Alright. Wait. Baseful, you can get out of that. You can get out. We gotta get a copy of each of them once, eventually, right? I want to have the big carrot. Sure. Let's keep it that way. I can exchange recruit for 100. I guess I take more leader. Because she's strong, right? And my Alice is full, my Naga is full. And May as well. Dun dun dun. Leader. Get it.
I didn't know it was possible to make such progress at this age.
Oh god. For bold and me. Okay. Enough waiting around. Let's begin with the event. Footstep, walk, run. Here we go.
Commander, are you going straight back to the Ark?
Rappy. What happened? How did we get here? I'm only in chapter 18 now. Without it getting spoiled, obviously we noticed something must have happened, and now Rappy is different. You know, she's a little bit more rebellious. She's got the jacket down, you know, as they told us. Okay, she's looking great though. Awesome design, I really like it. Well, are we going back to the Ark? In a way, we kind of did, right? In chapter 17 at the end. Yeah, I have a lot of things to do.
If you're not busy, could I speak to you briefly in the commander's room?
Sure.
Jeez, using your transformation as an excuse? Talk about shameless.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're insinuating, but I'd like for you and Neon to come as well.
Why? Have you got something to say to us?
Yes. I think it's time we talked. About what happened to me.
Oh.
And how I lived.
Oh.
There's a lot that I still haven't told either of you. Or the commander, for that matter.
Ooh.
Oh.
Should we bring something? Fried chicken and soda? Maybe
Yes.
something sweet for snacks?
Yes.
Oh, good idea. Will you be talking for a while, Rappy? If you are, that'll change how much we'll have to buy.
It's not exactly going to be a fun story. You shouldn't have to prepare too many things.
Well, like she's telling us right away. She's like, it is not going to be a fun story. but they made sure she's got a very accentuated armpit. Just pointing that out, you know? In case people need to know. Boo! Booyah! Okay. Let's head to the outpost. I'll tell the top brass that we've got to handle some quick maintenance issues.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Kaching.
Let's see. Snacks? Check. Drinks? Check. Comfortable seating? Check. Washroom? Check.
You two are really going overboard with this.
No, they're doing it right. Should we turn on some music?
No, that won't be necessary.
Wait, she's got a Warlock Bond. But she's using what I would consider a Titan weapon. And if we think about it, Red Hood was kind of like a rogue. Sorry, not rogue, a hunter. She's the ultimate guardian.
Anise, can I get some of that chocolate syrup? Here. What kind of cookies did you get? Raspberry and pecan. Which one would you like? Raspberry. Hold on. What's that? Oh, these? Cilantro flavored chips. Oh. I think I'll pass
What a weird
on
mix.
those. I wasn't planning on
Hey,
sharing.
Ryuzaki, hello.
Do either of you ever plan on actually listening to my story?
Of course.
Oh, sorry. We're all done now.
So last night after the stream, Vinny and I, we watched a movie. It's a new or recent horror movie called Speak No Evil. Very interesting. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Kept my attention, was entertaining. Kind of like, a bit like some twists I didn't see coming. Was decent. You know. Well, it was not horror, it was like thriller? I don't know. But not thrill per se. I don't know. It was an alright movie.
I'm ready.
Okay. I think I'll begin at...
Whoops, sorry. These are crunchier than I thought they'd be.
It's fine. I'll just get right into it.
Rabi is now a
I'll
magical
start from
girl.
when I was human. With my earliest memory.
Hey, that's the Red Hood music, isn't it? But it's new. There's like stuff added to it. But it's the same vibe. And I like the image a lot with the manga kind of drawing. It's awesome. Hell yeah. And while we're here, allow me to quickly remind you, join us on Discord if you haven't already. The link is right now in the chat, or if you watch this on YouTube in the future, in the description down below or in the link section of the channel, there's also the invite link for the Discord. Do feel free to join us. Also a reminder, this week I'll be streaming today on Thursday. So today, Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday is the last stream where I'll be streaming into my birthday. Because my birthday's on Sunday, so you know. A smooth move into the birthday. And then I'll be gone for New Year's and come back probably on the 3rd or 4th. And, you know, streams back when I'm back, probably on the... So essentially, my birthday's on Sunday, and then I'll be back most likely on Friday. That's probably an easier way to say it. And then, you know, when I get back, I want to make sure it's back to, you know, proper schedule and proper variety, as in, like, you know, multiple games. We still got Final Fantasy 16 to finish and stuff like that. Yeah. Just a quick update, in case you're interested. Cool. Dodo, hey, good night. Hello. Let's continue with the story. Let's begin. I like the manga images. Who's getting extra points? Savai and Naga? Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we take her.
Teacher, what are we learning today?
Need 60 more %. But wait, how come? Okay. We want
I will
Mariana
always protect you, Commander.
to do like big bada boom. We
I
bring
may
her
not be the best, but I can at least crack a few skulls.
because like infinite uses, so that's nice. 40%. And we need more than that. Guess I could. 1 to 3. Fine. You know what?
My turn. I suppose I'll have to finish this up.
I'm always ready.
Oh my god! It can't be that hard, right? Yeah, let's give them some quick equip. There we go. Now that I figured out you can hold the button and things happen, which is pretty fancy. Hold button, things happen. Wow. I know, right? Why no extra points are up? Kind of weird. Is this right? Seems about right. It's just I want to see in the center, that's why. Let's go!
Humanity will emerge victorious.
So remember, this is from when Rappi was still human. Did we, so far in my playing of the game, have we ever seen anyone tell a story from when they were still human? Not that I recall. Cinderella wasn't human, was she? No, she was. But it was a brief moment in a flashback.
The sudden ambush by those vile raptures has demanded that we move underground, where light cannot reach. We have suffered a long humiliation, to be sure.
They must take tons of vitamin D.
However, that humiliation will soon be over. The central government has invested untold time and effort into reclaiming the surface, which was stolen from us by the raptures. We have created countless state-of-the-art weapons, as well as those oh-so-gorgeous goddesses of victory, the NIKKEs.
Oh, so gorgeous. I mean, he's not wrong, but...
With them, we will take back what once was ours from those vile raptures. This great fight is to be called the Surface Reclamation War.
We're going to take our sex dolls and make them fight the aliens. That sounds exactly like an anime plot.
Operations will commence in 2 months. Citizens of the Ark, prepare yourselves. Prepare for the moment in which we reclaim our homeland. With the Surface Reclamation War, we will soon bask in the glow of victory!
Victory.
This commercial is on every single station.
Oh no. It's Tiny Rappy. Oh no, small Rappy. It looks so cute because she's got that, like, you know, the kind of whatever stare.
I'd rather be watching some cartoons.
Yeah.
You were born in the Ark, weren't you, Rappy?
Yes.
Then you might not realize how much this means to us. All of our real homes are up there.
Hey, Mirai Kardon. Welcome. It is cute.
Up where? In the sky?
No, a place called the Surface.
Do we know the nurse's voice?
I heard that it's dangerous there.
It is, since there are raptures everywhere.
Raptures are those monsters, right?
That's right. The raptures stole our home, and now we're trying to take it back. To that end, the central government has been preparing for a very long time.
Aren't the NIKKEs the ones doing the fighting?
Yes, they are.
NIKKEs are amazing. Goddesses of victory fighting for humanity. So cool.
The glitter in her eyes. Going Mirai for short. All right. Sounds good.
You really like NIKKEs, don't you?
Of course. They're the best. They're so strong.
Sounds a whole lot like Little Cinderella, doesn't it?
That they are. With them fighting on our behalf, we're sure to win.
I don't understand. What's so great about winning?
What a question. Everything. You've never seen the real sky, have you?
What do you mean?
I mean the actual sky, not an artificial projection.
I'm still not following.
She doesn't
You'll
even know the
understand
concept.
soon enough. The sky is absolutely breathtaking.
If you say so.
You're not interested? You've been staring at that syringe during our entire conversation.
Is there any chance I can forgo the shot today?
Come now, you know better than that. You need these shots and the medication to get better.
I'm going to die in this place.
Who told you that?
Nobody told me, but you said it. You said it while you were talking to another nurse. You kept calling me a poor thing. Is death the end? When you die, does all the pain go away?
I'm sorry, Rappy.
Nurse,
Yes?
what happened?
What do you mean?
The surface reclamation war.
You remember all that? That was years ago.
I remember it because it interrupted my cartoons. So tell me, what happened?
We lost.
I see. Then what is going to happen?
But what cartoons?
Money is tight, so times in the Ark are going to be tougher. This hospital might not last much longer either.
Then what happens to me?
I'm not sure. They don't tell me these things. At any rate, we're all done for today. Do you need anything else?
No, I'm okay.
It's been a while since you had any requests. Are you okay?
What does it matter how I feel? I'm going to be lying here for the rest of my life. So what's the point of wanting anything?
You'll get better.
There's no point in trying to make me feel better either. Sorry. Thanks for your help today.
All right then. You get some rest.
Oh, I wanted to say,
Yes?
I've seen a lot of cuts and bruises on your body lately. Are you okay?
I have been participating in protests.
What kind of protest?
Protests against blaming NIKKEs.
Hmm?
They're being blamed for the failure of the surface reclamation war. Detractors are saying that all this time and money was spent on NIKKEs for nothing. They say the NIKKEs are the main cause of the current financial crisis in the Ark. Unspeakable things have been happening all over the city. I'm vehemently against that.
NIKKEs didn't do anything wrong.
That's right. They sacrificed their minds and bodies for humanity. For us. They fought against an unknown foe. It's wrong to treat them like this after they risked their lives to fight for us. So I'm doing whatever I can to help. I know this might be a bit difficult for you to understand, Rappy. But you must never put a price on the sacrifices of others. The act itself is noble.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, she's got a nurse that cares. That's nice. That evening, while watching a news report on the violent crackdown of the protests, Rappy sees the nurse's name on the list of fatalities. Oh man, come on. We just started.
What should the first target be?
They just decided they're like,
Whoa!
let's
That
prepare,
was easy.
you know?
Right now.
They're like, sit down, relax, and then they take a hammer and they smash in your kneecap. They're like, you stay here. The suffering is just starting. Jesus.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
Several years later.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay, let's prepare your injection then.
All right.
So the hospital is still around. That's a plus, right?
Is there anything else you need?
No.
Very well. Rappy,
Yes?
the hospital is going to be shut down soon.
Okay, never mind. I feel like I should not interrupt the story anymore. They just keep going like, let's hit it harder, you know? Yeah, they're like, let's give you some depression. Well, essentially, think about it. Stories of like characters overcoming hardships like this, you know, offering us tragedies, like artificial tragedies to live through. It's like a stimulation for our brain to try to comprehend certain stuff, right? Ultimately, it can lead to us being able to handle stuff like that better in reality as well. In a way, you know? Like you... something... There was a word with S for it. Got the word. I don't know, you kind of condition yourself in a way, you know? And, which is not bad. You know, it's like a soft core version of it. All right. Let's see how much they, you know, they try to hammer that in. Also perspective. Stories give us perspective, which is always good. All right, let's go.
The recession after the Surface Reclamation War hit our sponsors especially hard. This hospital has always been run entirely on grants, so times are tough.
I see.
I tried to find a place for you to stay, but I couldn't track down any of your family or relatives.
I know.
Adoption didn't work out either.
I'm not surprised, considering my illness.
There aren't any other viable hospitals either.
I figured.
Rappy,
Yes?
would you be willing to participate in a clinical trial? A new drug is being developed for children like yourself with rare diseases. It's a risky proposition. But if you participate in the trial, the hospital will be given another grant. If you help us, we won't need to close down the hospital. No, never mind. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Let's finish up quickly so you can rest. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. I'll be in the trial.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Doctor,
Yes?
if I die, will I be at peace?
What are you talking about, Rappy?
Tell me, will I be at peace?
I'm not sure either.
Not the kind of things you want to hear from a kid, huh? Several years later.
You're showing improvement. You're getting better. Rappy. You're the first case where this treatment has been successful. So you undergoing this is bound to garner us more financial support. Thank you, Rappy. Thank you so much. You've saved our hospital.
Robbie points at the TV with trembling hands. On the TV, a person in a military uniform and another in a suit are debating.
Oh, that... Apparently, some NIKKEs who are being persecuted attempted to escape to the surface. The central government tried to destroy the elevator that they were using to go up, but there was an accident. They lost control of the elevator, and it nearly crashed in the middle of the arc. But before it landed, the NIKKEs that were on board blew themselves up to prevent a catastrophe. It was an incredibly noble thing they did. People have started referring to this entire incident as the Goddess Fall, and there has been an outpouring of grief for the NIKKEs who sacrificed themselves. It significantly curtailed the voices of those factions who were so fervently anti-NIKKE before. That program on television is a debate on whether or not to grant NIKKEs additional rights. NIKKEs may not be able to regain the glory of the past, but they can at least escape from this endless cycle of hate. I've said too much. Anyway, thanks to you, Rappy, there's hope. Just hang in there a little longer. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to push this button if anything happens. Okay?
The doctor leaves the room, a joyful expression on his face as he flips through the chart. Rappy frantically presses the red button at her fingertips, but no one comes. I swear to holy fuck. Hitting it a little closer home for me at the moment with like hospital talk, but holy shit. Do I want to strangle the life out of people in many hospitals? Never mind. You know, pushing buttons in hospitals doesn't do shit. Anyways. For the entire night, the tapping of the plastic button is the only sound which echoes throughout the room. Yep, this is actually one-to-one accurate of real-life hospital.
About to graduate. With all this modern technology, reloading seems so obsolete.
Quite literally. Actually, holy shit. Holy shit. So they asked Rappy to like test some, you know, new kind of drug thing and then they would get more funding? I kid you the fuck not. But this is precisely what has happened with both my parents in hospital. Trying to like deal them some kind of bullshit study thing, you know, just so they can get more money because they're undergoing that study without anything for us if we were to accept. No. Fuck hospitals. Bunch of bitches. So what's this? A filling notebook. What is it? Rappy. Of course. As you fill each page, the notebook will slowly come together, and before you know it, it will be all yours. Interesting. Several years later. How many years is that by now? Because there's several. Which means at least 3. And Rappy was in hospital as a kid. Which I reckon was like 6. And it's a couple of years, so let's say 9. Another couple, let's say 12. So now it's like 15, 16.
Rappy.
Seems accurate.
Yes?
How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay. Rappy,
What?
you have been cured. Congratulations. We'll be able to have you discharged very soon.
I'm fully recovered.
Seriously. Fucking hate hospitals so much. But this makes Ruppy's story even more better now. She's like so hard rising in the ranks of NIKKE, like on my favorite list. I mean, has been there the whole time, but pushing herself to the first spot.
Correct.
What happens now?
You live an ordinary life.
How?
Was there anything that you ever dreamed of doing?
Yes. But I can't do it anymore.
The hospital will be moving. Well, restructuring would be a better word. We're in the midst of constructing a new, bigger building. To be exact, it will be a facility and not just a hospital anymore. Your participating in that clinical trial proved the effectiveness of the new drug. Because of that, our sponsors are providing more new drugs and additional financial support greater than we could have ever hoped for. It's a new beginning for the hospital, and for me. I'm hoping that you can start over as well, Rappy. I found a place for you, and I transferred plenty of money into an account under your name. I would like for you to do something with that.
What? How?
Think about it. You're young and have plenty of money.
But I want to go
Spend
with
it on
you.
drugs.
Thank you for everything, Rappy. Take care.
Thank you, Doctor.
Ugh, you idiot!
Excuse me?
This is pretty close to our practice drills.
Story's already getting good. Real good. Yep.
This uniform is so comfortable. Just a moment. Gotta reload real quick.
Excited to see where this goes.
Well, that was easy.
Hey, Blazing Shadow, welcome. Happy holidays. Oh, this is cool. And the music's so good. But yeah, this is cool. Really cool shot. Ruppy walks off, clutching onto the piece of paper in her hand as if it was a priceless artifact. Indecipherable letters and numbers are scribbled on the note.
I can't read this address.
Ruppy feels the weight of something in her pocket and pulls out a card which is a mixture of black, white, and gold.
Credits? Is this money? How do I use this?
She's never been outside of the hospital, right? Like, first time now. Of course, she has no concept of things like that. Ruppy glances around her surroundings. They are entirely unfamiliar to her. Tall buildings encircle her, and throngs of people shuffle busily past her. Ruppy approaches a man to ask how to read the address and use the card.
Excuse me.
The man does not turn around.
Excuse me.
The man still does not turn around. Ruppy notices something inserted into the man's ear. Whatever it is apparently being used to block out any outside noises. Ruppy approaches to tap the man's shoulder, but he walks off to meet up with what appears to be friends of his, laughing and chatting amongst themselves as they head off. Ruppy looks around once again. No one makes eye contact with her. She's unable to approach anyone, as they all either have something plugged into their ears or are busily moving about. Goddamn AirPods. Ruppy walks aimlessly. She keeps walking. After a while, her feet start to hurt, and she takes another glance around. Everyone is wearing shoes. Looking down at her own feet. But those are some feet. She sees that she is barefoot. She begins to walk again. Robbie comes across a large crowd gathered together, who are excitedly shouting something. She heads closer towards them.
NIKKEs are not machines! We are sentient beings! Living things! Never forget what happened during the goddess fall. We sacrificed ourselves for humanity, and yet humanity continues to persecute us!
Robbie doesn't understand what the woman was saying. All the people who have gathered stand without anything in their ears. She approaches them to ask for help. An explosion rings out, causing the surroundings to shake. For a brief moment, Robbie feels dizzy and then collapses.
Have they lost their minds? You don't have to use violence to suppress a demonstration. We have to call off the gathering for now. What are you doing? Hurry up and hide! Huh? Who are you? I've never seen you before. You don't seem to be from the central government. Hold on. Are you a civilian? Here, come with me if you want to
Robbie crouches down. At the same time, she looks at the person who has been shouting at her. She lies motionless on the ground. A pool of strange colored liquid forms underneath her. Robbie instinctively turns around and runs.
We've got a runner! I've got her!
Bullets rain down upon Robbie, and she stays low as she possibly can while attempting to run. A bullet grazes her arm, causes her to stop.
Why bother running?
She collapses to the ground.
I'm not into doing the hitting myself, though. Reloading. I'll reload right now. Reloading. Reloading. Nothing can stand against my firepower.
Injecting nymph. Injection complete. Anchored to brain. Copying information. Copy complete. What? Why is the capacity so small? Well, it happens. Let's see. There's nowhere she wants to go. Sure enough. Nothing. Her capacity is rather small. No wonder her sense of self is so muted. No need to generate a body map then. This one should be suitable for a mass-produced model. All right. Done. Injecting data into Nymph. Let's see. Basic Tactical Pack, Surface Knowledge Pack, Rapture Data Pack, and what is this? Why is her knowledge level so low? Where is this lady from? Spends her entire life apparently sheltered and ends up dead during a protest. Life is strange.
Oh, man. For the JP voice, they used a female VA for the researcher? Huh. Curious.
Now, where's that knowledge pack? There we go. Injecting. What else is left? Is it about done? All right. Let's see.
So, do they have, like, knowledge? Like, they've got data capsules, like in Sumeru and Genshin. Like a USB stick. They just take the USB stick and they're like, now I know things. Just download knowledge like in the Matrix. That sounds great.
Hand over the brain extraction unit and done.
Rapi opens her eyes.
RR15436.
For some reason, Rappy knows that the serial number being called is referring to her.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Unsure.
Okay, that's normal. Get ready. We're going out.
Where are we going?
The squad leader brusquely tosses a USB stick to Rappy. I've got it.
The operations details are all in there.
Understood.
Rappy connects the USB to her body, somehow knowing exactly what to do. Her eyes begin to glow.
Resource collection mission confirmed. My role is transportation.
Just carry as much as you can handle. If you can handle that, consider me impressed.
Understood.
Any questions?
No.
You're a strange one.
I don't understand.
People usually ask more about what they're supposed to do, whether it's dangerous, etc. All that knowledge they injected you with doesn't compare to in-field combat experience. And yet you're being put straight into action without any adjustment period. Aren't you scared?
Are you not going to issue instructions during the operation?
I will be. That'll increase your chances of survival, if only minutely.
Then I am not scared. It's clear what tasks I'll be responsible for. It's fine as long as I am not instructed to figure things out on my own.
Right. You really are an oddball.
Ugh, you idiot!
Kinda like Cyberpunk, yeah. Man, I'm looking forward to doing the Cyberpunk playthrough as well. The replaythrough.
Time for the grand finale!
Like maybe I should make post my gaming backlog list for the, you know, to give an idea of what I also want to play next year. Uh-oh, I need to buy towels.
Squad 0910F has left the Ark and arrived on the surface. Commencing resource acquisition operation. Let's move out. Keep your head on a swivel, everyone.
As the 10 mass-produced NIKKEs walk along the surface, not a word is spoken for a while, until...
Hey! Hey, newbie!
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, you! You became a NIKKE today? Is this your first operation?
Are you planning on engaging in conversation?
Hold on, which light blue-haired NIKKE do we know? There was this one from the people that shot Axia at the start. Privity? Liberty? Privity and Helm. Wasn't there something with Privity and Druppy knowing each other?
I guess?
She said, I guess.
Conversation is prohibited while engaged in an operation.
Did you hear that, leader?
If you've got the energy and the inclination, go for it. Just keep it down.
You hear that?
Am I to understand that we should engage in a conversation now? Very well. I will proceed in a dialogue with you.
So, how does it feel to become a NIKKE?
I'm not sure yet.
I really like it.
Hmm?
I became a NIKKE today, too. Since I'm being deployed at the same time as you, I guess you could say we're twins in a sense.
Today is your first day as a NIKKE?
Yeah.
I thought you had been one for some time.
Me too. I've met a few cheeky NIKKEs in my time, but none quite like you.
You're too kind, squad leader.
Keep it down, will you? If a rapture hears us, we're dead meat.
And just to be clear, the squad leader voice is the same as Abe, right?
Roger. Anyway, I look forward to working with you. What's your name?
RR15436.
No, I mean your real name. Do you remember? I'm Sarah.
I'm Rappy.
Hey, let's try and be comfortable around each other, okay? After all, we're twins.
Very well.
That didn't sound terribly comfortable.
All right.
That's better. Then, to commemorate our new friendship, how about we get a drink once the operation wraps up?
I can't drink.
What do you mean? All you've got to do is take a sip of something and swallow. Easy. I'm counting you in. How about you, squad leader?
It has been a while for me. Alright, fine.
All right, that makes 3. How about we make this a squad-wide gathering?
Fine, fine. But don't expect any fancy cocktails or hors d'oeuvres.
Of course, of course. A simple gathering is more than enough for me.
Sarah slowly approaches Rapi and
To
whispers.
be honest, I've never drunk before either. When I was human, I was allergic to alcohol, so I couldn't drink. But now that we're Nikkes and none of that matters, this is the perfect chance to try.
You've never drunk before?
Nope.
Why are you so intent on trying something you know nothing about?
It's not every day you get to be reborn. So I figured I might as well try out some new things. How did you become a Nikke anyway?
You know, it says in the background, no hope, right? On that container, but I kept reading no horse. No horse!
I got shot.
Where? In the arm?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did you do to end up getting shot? Were you the daughter of a grizzled crime boss or something?
I got caught up in a protest.
Oh, that's a shame. Aren't you going to ask me?
Ask you what?
Why I became a Nikke?
Why would I ask you that?
So that we can get to know each other.
Why do we need to know each other?
Leader, there's a squad member over here who isn't a team player.
I'll leave it to you to educate her as needed.
Roger. Oh boy, we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. First, I want to hear about what kind of person you were as a human. FYI, I'm pretty darn persistent, so trying to avoid me won't do you any good.
We've got a talker. Okay, hold on. To the shop. It's not a towel, it's notes, never mind. It's true. As you look at the empty notebook, do you feel overwhelmed by what to write? Don't push yourself. Just be a little patient. Who knows? A random splash of ink might inspire you to fill it. Always tricky knowing where to start. You know? First step is always tricky. But the most important is always the next. So you know, you just gotta start somewhere. Eventually it's gonna fill in the lines. Bing. I want all the towels. What's the thing we can get? Let's step walk around. Cool. Cool. Alright. We continue.
I propose a toast.
By the way, is the volume alright enough? Because we were watching a movie here, so I had to adjust volume, and it's always a little funny because my speakers are half broken. But it should be volume-wise where it usually is.
I don't have the energy to make any speeches. Let's just drink.
Aw, come on. We all
That's
made
good.
it out alive, didn't we? That's more than we could have hoped for, so we ought to celebrate.
Huh?
Don't people usually get killed when they go to the surface? We all made it out unscathed, so that calls for a toast, if you ask me.
Fine, do it.
The squad sits around the table with cheap drinks and snacks, chattering noisily amongst themselves. The atmosphere is a celebratory one in light of their mission being a success. In the midst of the commotion, Rapi quietly sips the drink without saying a word.
This tastes strange.
Rappy! You are a real crack shot out there. You look like those illustrations they've got in the instruction manuals! Pew pew pew! Were you some kind of assassin when you were human?
No,
Then how come you're so good at shooting?
I'm not sure.
Right. I guess it's possible you're just a natural. What did you do when you were human, anyway?
What do you mean by that?
You know, what were your hobbies, dreams, aspirations, stuff like that?
I didn't have anything. Nothing.
No hobbies?
No.
No favorite food?
None.
No turn-ons or turn-offs?
Negative.
I see what's happening here. You're the type who builds up walls and doesn't warm up easily to people. Well, you better brace yourself, 'cause you'll find I don't give up easily.
Sarah suddenly slumps forward, her head slamming onto the table as she falls asleep.
Wow. That's my first time seeing someone pass out after drinking half a cup of booze. One of you barely makes a sound, and the other makes such a racket I could tear my hair out. Talk about a real pair of oddballs.
Rappy, what's your favorite color?
I don't have one.
Then how about red? I think it suits you.
If you say so.
Rappy, do you have any aspirations or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Well, as for me, I'd like to... actually, I'm not going to say. Until you give me an answer, I won't tell you anything about me. If you want to hear my story, then
And
you've
Rappy's gonna be
gotta
like,
give me a proper
"Alright."
answer. Got it? I'm telling you, you better bust out the tissues, because my story is a real tearjerker. Dang, that was tough. Did you ever travel around when you were a human?
No,
Is there anywhere you want to go?
not sure. I don't know.
Come on! You're telling me there isn't a single place you're interested in going?
I don't know.
Hey, Rappy.
Yeah?
I'm tired of waiting. By the time you end up giving me an answer, I'll have forgotten my entire story. When we get back, I'm gonna end up talking about myself all night, so be sure to clean out your ears beforehand. Oh, and have plenty of snacks and drinks prepared. Just no alcohol, okay?
Okay.
No sleep for you tonight.
All clear. Come in, squad leader. All raptures have been eliminated. Awaiting further instructions. Waiting for your order. Please issue a command.
Rappy looks around. NIKKE bodies lie scattered everywhere. Oh, we got the manga images again. They're all dead. Rappy moves slowly in search of any survivors. The squad leader's entire upper half is gone. 2 NIKKEs have been decapitated. Rappy glances at the other bodies lying on the ground. Sarah's nowhere to be seen amongst them. Rappy stands in front of the 2 NIKKEs without heads.
Sarah, I was a sickly person. From the day I was born, I never stepped beyond the walls of the hospital. It was my entire world. The day I was finally cured, I was unceremoniously thrust into the world. That's when I was killed. So I don't know anything. I don't know what kind of person I was. I don't know what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I wanted to answer all of your questions, but there's nothing else I could have said to you other than that. I wanted to know about your story. I was always curious about how other people live their lives, but I don't even know what kind of questions to ask. I'm sad.
not into doing the hitting myself, though.
Man.
Modern technology, reloading seems so obsolete. Oh, fine. Let's get this party started.
So we know like Rappi's backstory is
Oh, that
sad,
was
right?
easy.
Like already. However, we don't know about Annie's backstory, do we?
Don't get yourself hurt, teacher.
It's the Camson song. It's gonna mute the VOD at this part though. Probably. If it starts for too long, I think.
Pretty close to our practice drills. Whoa! That was easy.
I think it's every time they played the vocal version.
Chalk up another victory for the commander.
Can't risk it. That's a really good song. Rappi stands in front of the vending machine. She enters her name, RR15436. A bar of Splendomin comes out with a thunk. She picks it up and heads up to an empty seat in the cafeteria. Voices can be heard all around her.
Is that her?
Yeah, that's her. I saw her name when she entered it in the vending machine. RR15436.
Isn't she the one who brought back the head?
Yeah.
And she still got an appetite after that? Incredible.
Apparently she brought back 3 heads, not just 1.
Wasn't it 5?
I don't know. I heard 3.
Should we ask?
Let's go. I think she's alone.
Rappi takes a bite of the Splendomin bar. She swallows it roughly and is about to take another bite when the 2 mass-produced NIKKEs sit down across from her.
You're RR15436, right?
That's right.
Were you in Squad 0910F?
Yes.
I heard they were all wiped out during an operation. Well, I guess not entirely wiped out, considering you're still alive.
Anyway, I heard you brought back a few severed heads. Was it 5 or 3?
3.
Wow. So the stories are actually true? Amazing. But why do you do that?
Nikkes can survive and be regenerated as long as their brains are intact.
So you cut your squad mates' heads off and brought them in? And you've still got an appetite after all that grisly business?
I failed to see the correlation between the two.
Oh, well, it's just... There you are, yucking it up with your squad mates one moment, and the next you're cutting off their heads. Yet you seem completely unaffected.
I simply felt the best outcome would be for them to be brought back to life.
But you don't feel unsettled in any way?
Not at all.
Eesh, personally, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
This drum reminds me a little bit of Anise.
I heard you got some kind of medal.
Yes, I did.
That's it? Just a crummy medal?
They also said I could join any squad of my choice. I received some credits as well.
Credits? How much?
20 million.
Wow. They're really laying it on thick these days.
I still find it hard to believe. Did you really bring back 3 heads?
Yes.
So, you're telling me there you are, the only one left standing. You take the heads of your 3 squad mates, stuff them in a brain shelter, then traverse the surface, on your own, mind you, for an entire week before arriving at the Ark?
That's right.
And you didn't run into any raptures on the way?
I attempted to avoid combat as much as possible, but I ended up in 12 separate engagements.
And you defeated them all, by yourself?
Yes.
Complete giga chat.
I know what you're doing. I don't care how desperate you are for attention. You should know better than that.
I don't understand what you mean.
If you're gonna lie, you could at least try and make it more believable.
I'm not making anything up.
Be honest. You butchered your squad members before going on the operation. And you left 3 alive so you could take their heads with you. You did it all so you could get that goofy medal.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
Doesn't this all seem awfully suspicious to you? If she wants to make up stories, fine. But she's making herself out to be some kind of goddess. What a load of crap. If you want to be a hero, do it the right way. Don't resort to dirty tricks.
What if she's telling the truth?
How does that make any sense? Don't you find this even the slightest bit bizarre?
I mean, it does seem far-fetched.
You see? I'm telling you, she's lying through her teeth.
I'm not lying to you.
Of course you are! Without any proof, there's nothing I can do. I just feel terrible for those innocent Nikkes who died by your hand. Do you remember their faces? Their names? Do you remember what kind of people they were?
Rapi doesn't know how to respond to this situation. She has never been taught, and there's no protocol in her nymph for a scenario such as this. So she decides to follow her instincts. She's like, I'm overwhelmed. I better start fighting. Nice.
My tooth!
Hey, are you crazy?
So anyway, I started punching. Fist fight.
She's crazy. Instructor! Instructor!
This is great.
As far as I can remember, that was the first time I have ever acted on my own accord.
So her own instinct, her own doing outside of the nymph and whatever, is fist fight.
A memorable day, sure. But one marred by violence. So, what happened next?
Fights between Nikkes weren't as common back then as they are now. So, I was sent to the rehabilitation center.
The rehabilitation center? Oh, man.
Oh man, indeed.
Don't get yourself hurt, teacher.
Okay, actually. Can we dare with this song? No, wait.
Mine!
I quickly have to be RB real quick.
No! Concentrate all attacks! Just a moment. Gotta reload real quick.
But we'll do it after the combat's over.
This uniform is so comfortable.
Robbie next rehab unit.
Woo! That concludes today's lesson.
Okay, hold on. I can leave it here for a moment. I'm gonna be right back. Alright. Thanks for waiting. We'll come back. My real life NIKKE woke up. Okay. Right then, let's continue. So, where were we? Rapi beating the shit out of people. Great. Rapi, like, she's rising in the ranks, really. They are not heartless machines. They are our friends. And we must work with them for a better future. With NIKKE. This ad is brought to you by Tetra Line. Oh, hey, Tetra. Rapi stares blankly at the TV hanging on the wall in the corridor beyond the bars. Rather than feeling guilty for striking someone, she feels elated for having had a will of her own and acting on it for the first time.
Will I be able to try other things as well?
Hey, be quiet.
Rio?
Rio.
Wendy?
They always show it right after that ad, so hush up.
Thrilling music plays from the TV. Rapi turns her gaze back to the screen. A woman in a flashy outfit dances and sings with a wide smile. After about 20 seconds of her routine, the woman disappears and an ad for vitamin supplements begins to play. Rapi turns her attention to the NIKKE who had spoken earlier.
You seem to be a big fan of Pretty.
She's the best. She gives me strength.
Rapi continues to stare at Rio, unable to take her eyes off her expression. Her entire face is beaming with joy and excitement.
What are you looking at? You aiming to end your life early?
Rio, please. If we cause trouble here, who knows what will happen to us?
I don't understand. Do I die if I look at you?
You're about to if you keep looking at me like that.
What precise sequence of events would lead to such an outcome?
1, you keep staring at me. 2, I get pissed off. 3, I beat you to death.
I don't follow the progression from 1 to 2.
Keep staring, and you'll find out real quick.
Hey, I'm sorry about her.
You gonna keep eyeballing me?
Yes, since I want to understand.
Alright, fine. Allow me to make it crystal clear for you.
Rio bum rushes Rapi. Rapi instinctively punches Rio on the chin, and she falls to the ground with a heavy thud.
Huh?
I still don't understand.
You
Is
know
there
what?
anything I am missing?
You know what we need in goddamn Tekken? We didn't need Clive in Tekken. Alright? Tifa would be great, sure. But we need Rapi in Tekken. You don't need no 10-hit combo bullshit, no aerial combos, no weird heat rush and rage burst, whatever. No. Rapi's one-shotting them.
I won't forget this.
Rio? Rio? Oh my. She's fainted. You're pretty good.
Rapi is a one-punch woman.
What's your name? I'm Wendy. Rio was the one passed out on the floor.
I am RR15436.
Wendy silently looks at Rapi with a faint smile. A smile Rapi can't fully make sense of.
I'm Rapi.
Okay. Rapi. Nice to meet you. We're all mass-produced NIKKEs here, so we're free to speak casually.
Rapi understands what she meant by
What
that.
did you do to get in here?
I see you're not one for small talk.
Do you have any hobbies? Where would you most like to go? What are your aspirations?
So robotic.
I must say that I'm not used to such a direct approach. It's caught me off guard a little. How about you?
Me?
Yeah. Shouldn't you start by telling us your story first?
I don't have anything to say.
Oh.
Then I'm afraid there's no deal.
I truly don't have anything to say.
Huh?
I have no hobbies. There is nowhere I wish to go. No aspirations. I have nothing.
Was your memory wiped?
No. I simply have nothing to recall.
Come now, that's impossible.
Oh.
Every person has at least got some memorable things to remember.
I am no longer a person. I am a NIKKE.
You're funny. At least it looks like I won't be bored in here.
Why won't you be bored? Is there something interesting in this place?
There certainly is. I'm looking right at her.
Oh. Hey, would you look at that? I've got enough book towels.
Kneel before my mighty firepower!
That's right. Marion's firepower.
Rappy told me so. Take time! Let's get this party started!
It's so criminal that I give some characters a coat.
Woo! That concludes today's lesson.
No, you're supposed to say you're okay during moments like that.
But I'm not, so why would I say I am?
It's a matter of politeness, a social courtesy. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
Pop quiz. Someone steps on your foot. What do you say to them?
You got a death wish or something, punk?
I see Rio's been teaching you more inappropriate phrases. You should say, "It's okay."
Okay, again?
It really is a magic word. It makes you out to be the bigger person, which causes the other person to think about what they've done. It's a way to defend yourself while also attacking.
Why is it necessary to defend and attack during a conversation?
Ugh, this is so frustrating.
I'm full on with Rappy. Why do so many human conversations have to be a confrontation? And it's just a, like, almost political kind of combat of dialogue. It's so annoying. Like, oh man, I feel Rappy. Feel that.
Where does someone this clueless even come from?
Does your chin still hurt?
Of course it does. I'm letting it slide because you apparently didn't know any better, but if you'd done it intentionally, you'd be 6 feet under by now.
6 feet under? What does that mean?
We don't
Dead
measure in
in
feet.
the ground, buried.
But why?
Ugh, you're driving me crazy. Wendy, I've got a proposition.
What is it?
We toss her out into the open and have her figure it out on her own. She'll either get beaten up or cursed out, and she'll have to learn the hard way.
That may be true, but there are 3 reasons why I'm using the current approach.
What are they?
1, we have a lot of time to kill here at the rehabilitation center. 2,
Center.
with this new information, Rappy might go on to teach other people who are clueless like she once was.
How does that help us?
She's useful for us as well. An opportunity to impress yourself upon another isn't easy to come by as a NIKKE. 3, it's fun.
Rio glares intently at Rappy's expressionless face.
Yeah, fun. Oh, it's time for the ad.
Everyone's attention turns to the TV in the hallway.
Everyone be quiet.
They're not heartless machines. They're our friends, whom we must work towards a better future with. With NIKKE. This ad is brought to you by Tetraline.
Here comes Pretty.
Quiet.
All right, all right.
Rio stares at Pretty dancing and singing on the TV, mesmerized. After the ad ends, she seems to savor the lingering emotion it stirs
Yeah.
within her.
Yeah? Are you into Pretty?
What do you mean?
Huh?
You have the same look on your face as when you have a special meal. You always want it all to yourself.
Well, I guess there's a bit of overlap. If only because there is that feeling of desire. However, to be exact, it's more like envy.
What are you envious of?
Oh, the way she sings and dances. How all eyes are on her. Not to mention how gorgeous she is. I want to be like that, but I can't. Here you go, envy.
Why can't you be like that?
Are you seriously asking me that? Look at me. Use your brain for just a moment.
You and Pretty are both Nikkes. You're both Nikkes, so why can't you be like her?
Is there anyone you want to be like?
No.
Not yet.
Of course not. You will eventually, way down the line, I guarantee it. Then you'll understand what I mean. Wanting to become something is one thing. Actually becoming it is a different story.
I'm not sure I understand.
You are exhausting, you know that? I'm going to sleep. Today's lesson ends here.
Huh.
How far can you push me?
You know, these combat sequences in between that are kind of like not very fitting, right? We just have to mention this is a random squad currently fighting, right?
Your eyes on what
That's why, you know, it's just like, hey, by the way, this is what happens in the world of NIKKE. This is how we have to write that down into our brain.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
Clank. The clang of the iron door closing echoes through the hallway. Ruby stares at the entrance to the rehabilitation center. She finds the mental exercise and forced labor at the center far from enjoyable.
I should never have come here.
Hey.
Rappy.
Hmm?
I was waiting for you.
Let's go.
Where?
You haven't decided on a squad yet, right?
Not yet.
Come with us. Join our squad.
Why?
For crying out loud, just calm. Why do you always have to ask questions?
That's just how she is.
You're right. We want you to come with us because we feel sorry for you. And there's still a lot to teach you. So, stop talking back and just come. Our squad has its own unique name instead of a serial number. I've already brought you up to the squad leader, so hurry.
The squad has a name?
Yeah. Most squads go by serial numbers, but those that are a cut above the rest have actual names. Ours is Skullhead. Ever heard of it?
No.
Edgy.
Look it up. We're quite famous.
All I see are articles about you being involved in violent incidents.
There are only recent articles. Look up some older ones.
Who cares about what articles have to say anyway? Are you coming or not? For your information, our squad specializes in combat. We operate differently from transporting or mining squads. You can fight, can't you? That's why you got that medal?
A combat squad?
Mass-produced NIKKE squads are divided into 3 main types. First are those which secure resources on the surface. They go up to the surface, locate resources, and transport them back to the Ark. The conditions they have to work in are far from ideal. the mortality rate is high. That's what your previous squad was, right?
Yes.
The second is Ark Defense. They stay in the Ark and maintain law and order. At least, that's what they tell us. In reality, the Nikkes are little more than cannon fodder and emotional punching bags. And the third is combat units. That's what Skullhead is. They either overhaul key facilities on the surface, or proceed to specific areas to exterminate raptures. They're the creme de la creme of the three types. The mortality rate is the highest, but so is the glory. Even though Nikkes were heavily criticized for their disappointing performance in the Surface Reclamation War, the Goddess Fall incident and the With Nikke campaign promoted by Mustang, the CEO of Tetraline, have allowed us to regain some of our former glory. The treatment we received has improved by leaps and bounds, so it's a coveted role for any mass-produced Nikke.
Not for me.
Entertainment strong.
We know you don't desire anything. But in extreme environments where life and death hang in the balance, anything can happen. I'm saying that there's a high chance you'll find something you want.
Besides, it's not like you have anything else going on, do you?
I don't.
Then join us, why don't you? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us rather than rub strangers the wrong way?
I don't rub people the wrong way.
You're doing it right now.
I'll come with you. What do I have to do?
Ugh, you idiot!
Meanwhile, on the surface, once more, there's lots of bullets being fired. So, do all Nikke squads have a commander, or is it just certain ones for certain operations? No, they all have to have a commander, don't they? Because otherwise they're not... They can't encounter in combat, wasn't it?
Rappy, stop them! Don't let them through!
Roger.
Rio, are you okay?
They blew up one of my legs!
Hold on, I'm coming! Rappy, cover me!
Roger. I'll keep an eye on the Rapture heading in that direction.
Much appreciated.
Bandage man.
What lovely reassurance.
We raised a good student.
Phew! We nearly brought the farm back there.
You said the same thing yesterday.
All joking aside, raptures these days are no joke.
Nearly bought the farm. Said the same thing yesterday.
They're getting stronger and faster.
That's true. It might not be possible to beat them with our current weapons before long.
Are the Raptures evolving?
What kind of crackpot theory is that? How could a bucket of bolts like those things evolve?
Ordinarily, I'd agree with you. But I think at this point, it's undeniable. I'm not sure if evolution is the right term. But they're absolutely getting stronger.
If you're all done with maintenance, we're moving on to the next operation area.
I'm not done yet. I'm still putting my
There's
legs back
Commander.
together.
Hurry it up, for crying out loud. If we're late, it's your fault.
No, that would be your fault, you jackass. Not mine.
What did you say?
You heard me.
Hurry up. We need to get a move on.
Yeah.
The new commander exchanges a few nervous glances before leaving.
It's people like him that are causing us to go through such a rough patch.
I can't deny that. The switch from having our own squad leader to a human commander has muddled the chain of command and resulted in more casualties.
How long has it been?
2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks have passed and we've already gone through 3 commanders?
Correct.
Is this only happening to us?
No. It's the same everywhere else.
What a load of crap this is.
I agree with you there. With that being said, I think they'll be doing away with the commander system soon enough. The fatality rate amongst the commanders is so high that there won't be many officers left in the Ark before long.
These higher-ups don't have the slightest clue what they're doing. Okay, at one point in time, there was a legendary commander who was absolutely incredible. But how many times do we have to keep failing before they get it through their skulls that this system doesn't work? How long are they gonna keep trying to ram these commanders down our throats? If they're so desperate for qualified commanders, why don't they build some kind of military academy?
These are just rumors. But there is apparently a squad with a human commander who is performing extraordinarily well. I believe he's called New Hope. He's the reason the higher-ups continue to enforce this commander system. That's not the only thing they're experimenting with. They're also trying out all manner of different engagement tactics in different locations.
Why would they be doing that?
The answer lies in another rumor that's been going around.
Do you always spend your entire day gossiping?
I heard the central government is preparing for a second offensive to reclaim the surface.
What?
One 100 times larger in scale than the first offensive.
Did you say 100?
Again, it's just a rumor at this point. But I do think it's possible. That would explain why they are experimenting with different tactics. If they're preparing for all-out war, they'd want to collect as much practical data as possible.
War?
Hey! Hurry up and move!
Yeah, we're going. I hope that punk gets what he deserves out there.
Don't joke about that kind of thing.
Who says I'm joking?
I understand why you feel that way.
Let's get this over with and head back. There's a concert tomorrow, so I've got plans lined up from morning onwards.
Oh no.
Pretty?
He's gonna die.
I heard she was in a bit of a creative slump. Is she back?
What are you talking about? She was never in a slump.
Right. My apologies.
You guys want to come? I heard entry is free.
No thanks.
I'm also not interested.
You guys are boring.
The next day, NIKKE dormitory. Hold on. I'm confused about the timeline. Because the Goddess squad was the very first squad in total, right? With Lilyvice being the very first NIKKE in general? The legendary commander being the first commander, but... So was there like other NIKKE squads before with simply like mass-produced NIKKEs? I don't know about the timeline. It's confusing, you know? Anyways, Robbie examines her equipment prior to being deployed. Wendy lies on the bed playing with her phone.
Are you getting ready already?
Yes.
How come you're always so on top of things?
It's easier this way.
How long has it been since you joined us, Rappy?
3 years.
That long? Time really flies. It's been a while since I've asked you, but... have you discovered
what it is you want to do?
No.
Serapi is
Not
like
yet.
19 by now.
I see. Well, I should start getting ready.
Wendy suddenly bolts upright, leaping off the bed with a startling speed.
What? Rappy! Rappy!
What?
Have you read the Arc Daily today?
No, not yet. What is it?
Pretty is dead. She was murdered by a NIKKE phobia in the middle of her comeback concert.
Oh.
What about Rio?
I'll contact her. The last message I got from her was that she'd arrived at the concert.
Like, man, I feel like one of these days, with how crazy the real world is going sometime, we're gonna hear about some kind of like, big artist, like, I don't want to summon any bad things here. Okay? But I have a feeling some nut job out there is gonna, like, at a big concert murder one of the big artists eventually. Just for, insanity.
I'm here. What's wrong?
Are you okay?
What do you mean?
Pretty, she...
Oh, that. I'm okay. Too bad about her dying.
Huh?
She died so easily. It was hard to believe she was even a NIKKE.
Rio?
Oh, Rappy.
Yes?
It's been a while since I gave you a lesson. Here's one more thing.
Yes?
There's no point in trying so hard. None of it matters when you die. You can strive to be the best in life, inspire countless people, and give them hope. And it all amounts to nothing in the end. Life is meaningless. It doesn't matter how hard you try. If some crazy person intent on ending your life comes after you, it's all over in an instant. So what's the point? No need to put so much effort into living.
Rio.
I mean, it's easy to go to that kind of perspective, right? But it's easy. Could also happen that randomly just, a meteorite crash your head and dead and gone. Anything could happen. So we gotta make the most out of it in life, live. Big philosophy.
No matter how much you strive to achieve, how brightly you shine, how beautiful you are, all someone has to do is lift a finger, and your life ceases to exist.
If people have guns, that is. If they don't have guns, they find another way, but guns are easy. If you make something harder, I like to think there's room to believe that it could lessen the frequency. Anyways.
So don't bother trying. It's all meaningless.
Wendy approaches Rio and embraces her.
I'm sorry, Rio.
What's wrong? I'm okay.
You're clearly not okay, Rio.
It's all so meaningless. What's the point of living? Why did Pretty work so hard to achieve everything she did? All it did was get her killed.
That's not true. I didn't know Pretty personally. But I'm sure the reason she worked as hard as she did was because she was striving towards something.
But we'll never find out what that something was. It's not like she'll ever get there anyway. Not anymore. It's better to give up on any dreams or aspirations you have. It all amounts to nothing when you're gone.
A few days
Rio,
later.
Did you want to become like Pretty?
No. I wanted to become a pop star like her, yes, but not Pretty specifically. What?
Is that so hard to believe?
So, it was more than just liking her music, huh?
Okay, so I dreamed of becoming like her. Is that not allowed? Even though I never made any concrete steps toward that dream, it all ended so suddenly anyway.
You gotta think, it's not a bad thing to dream and imagine that, right? Because ultimately, like, dreams, they give us purpose, keep us going, which is good, you know? It's what we need, and everyone has their own very personal and individual way of, like, looking at things like that. Oh! See, sometimes life is just your own NIKKE bringing you a heating bottle. Nice. What was my attempt at being very deep and meaningful talk here? Right, believe in your dreams. You gotta do it. You gotta believe in your own dreams because they're your dreams and people can't take them away. Well, they can, but they shouldn't. They can only if you let them. Doesn't matter how weird your dream is. Absolutely doesn't matter. No shame. It's your dream. There's no king shame and there's no dream shame, alright? Like, just think about Chainsaw Man, alright? How incredibly, like, deep the meaning is of Chainsaw Man. Denji's dream. To just touch a tit. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
A dream that died before it even began.
Rappy.
Doesn't matter what your motivation is. It's your own thing. Don't forget. Someone else thinks it's stupid? Whatever. Doesn't matter what they think. Rappy hands Rio an envelope. Oh, Jesus. Rappy hands Rio an envelope with extravagant patterning.
What's this?
It's a ticket to partake in an audition to be the next Tetra pop star.
Oh, snap.
What?
Rappy and I had to pull some serious strings in order to get that.
But these are so sought after. You can't even pay for them.
Everything has a price.
We found a way to purchase it.
How much did you pay?
In a situation like this, I think it would be better for you to simply say thank you rather than ask how much.
I can't do this. I haven't even practiced, let alone gotten into the right headspace. I don't have any outfits, and...
Well, you can start now. The audition is in 3 months.
I'll be rooting for you. I want you to show me that hard work pays off. I'm sure you will learn a lot.
Think of this as being like one of the lessons we gave Rappy. Now, go get him.
Okay. I'll try my best. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Rio continuously hums a song by Pretty throughout her mission. Despite multiple warnings by the new commander to stay quiet, Rio pays him no mind and continues humming. Even when he begins harassing her, Rio shrugs off the remarks and continues undeterred. That night, Rio, her eyes crimson red, fires upon her squad mates as she hums Pretty's song. After Wendy's forced to shoot down Rio, she smiles briefly and then turns the gun on herself. The gunshots draw in a nearby raptures, and a battle breaks out. The commander dies in the skirmish, and only 2 members of the squad are left standing. Robbie and the other survivor return to the Ark. They just take they take a baseball bat and they smack it into your stomach. Robbie is put on standby after a routine checkup. There's a warning on the news cautioning the public against fake Tetra NIKKE audition tickets which is circulating.
Well, no.
The Skullhead Squad is disbanded due to the members being killed in action. Robbie begins to understand what Rio meant by life being meaningless. Robbie looks at the mirror. In her reflection, she sees the same expression Rio has shown on the day Pretty died. She feels empty. Harvester! It's my song! Sad but hype. Sad but hype.
Keep your eyes on what a student can do. Reloading. Cover me.
Alright. And it's gone.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
Such a good song. Time passes. Robbie continues to carry out her mission as part of an unnamed combat squad. Before she knows it, all the squad members except for her are replaced, either due to being killed or by going mad. This process repeats itself several times. There were many who had hopes and dreams of something better, but they all died before they had a chance to realize those dreams. No one was immune to corruption. None could overcome it. Damn you, red shoes! Robbie couldn't remember how many lives she had to end, their eyes burning red as they repeated the same words over and over. The mind switch is a horrifying spectacle. The victims' personalities transform in an instant, and any relationships and bonds they might have had disintegrate instantaneously. Innumerable NIKKEs lost their lives in a flash. They were lost to raptures, to the environment, to humans, to other NIKKEs. Their lives seemed so fleeting and fragile, devoid of meaning. All Rappy wished for was for it to be over. For these aimless, purposeless days to end. Time passes. The Ark is starting to bustle with activity.
The second surface reclamation war is guaranteed to succeed. It will be conducted on a scale 100 times larger than the first. The New Hope, a legendary commander in the making, Johan, will lead the war effort. The technology of Elysion, Bacillus, and Tetra is cutting edge. All the particles which disrupt Rapture communications have been dispersed through the surface. Humanity has no reason to lose. Victory is ours. We are going up to the surface. We will reclaim our homeland.
The second surface reclamation war.
You know, Johan is a good name, you know. I had a grandfather called Johannes, you know, so it's a good name, yeah. With everything and everyone on the line, the second surface reclamation war is officially declared. The Ark is more lively than ever before, with many people whipped into a fervor. The word hope echoes at every corner, repeated incessantly. Robbie understands the emptiness that came with that word. But at the same time, gazing upon a world whose inhabitants were filled with such hope, she couldn't help but cling to a little bit of hope. Perhaps she, too, might come to share in that hope they all had. Two years after the start of the second surface reclamation war, as soon as the elevator doors open, upon reaching the surface, more than half of Robbie's squadmates are quickly killed in a Rapture attack. Robbie continues to move forward with the remaining squadmates. While on the move, that squad was ambushed by Raptures, and most of Robbie's squadmates were killed along with the commander. Robbie continues to move forward with the remaining squadmates.
Wait,
What's wrong?
where are we going? Why don't we go back to the Ark? What good can we do out here? There are only 4 of us.
We have to join up with the others and resume the operation.
What good will the 4 of us joining up do?
We can still be of help. We need to go.
This fight was already lost before it began. It's been 2 years, and we haven't taken back a single meter of land. If they think they can reclaim the surface, they're delusional. This is a suicide mission. Do you have any idea what the survival rate has been for Nikke's during this war? 8%. Everyone else is gonna be slaughtered. This is my 4th time on the surface, and I've been lucky to come out alive each time. But things have really gone south this time. You ought to know this stuff too. It doesn't seem like this is your first time up here.
I'm aware. Yes.
How many times have you been up here?
If you're referring to during the Second Surface Reclamation War, this is my 27th time.
27th? You're lying.
I don't lie.
What's your name, by the way?
Rappy.
Rappy?
Do you know me?
Oh god! It's the Grim Reaper!
Grim Reaper?
If I stay with you, I'm as good as dead. Everyone who goes with you dies.
Oh, nice.
Just saying the name Rappy is akin to a death sentence. I said it again! No, I don't want to die. I'm not going to die. Am I? Someone save me! Please!
I didn't kill anyone.
I know, but... Oh, you really didn't kill them?
No.
I don't believe...
Artillery fire. Everyone, brace for impact.
Rappy looks around, but no one's left. Rappy looks in the direction the fire came from. Several raptors are approaching in a cacophony of noise.
Again, I'm the only one. I'm sick of this.
Rappy aims her weapon at the raptors.
Only one rapture remaining. I don't have much ammunition left. I need to aim for the core, but I don't have enough ammo to create an opening.
Just then, the raptor turns its head and fires a beam cannon off to the side.
What? Why is it doing that?
Rappy immediately dashes out from behind a cover, not leaving herself any time to think. She takes off running towards the raptor, which turns back to her, but is promptly assaulted by a hail of gunfire to its core. The raptor's core loses its light and goes silent. Ooh. Dankeschön. I've got tea. Rappy catches her breath and looks in the direction where the raptor fired its beam. Someone is approaching. I like how they made Rappy like, manga drawn and colorless here. It's very interesting how she's feeling like, very empty. And then there's suddenly like bursting color, Red Hood approaching. They're dressed from head to toe in red. Rappy can tell that the approaching figure was a NIKKE. The red figure stops in front of Rappy.
You're a NIKKE, aren't you?
Rappy nods her head.
I haven't seen you before. Oh, I'm sure I look like an insane person right now. Could you, by any chance, tell me what year it is?
Oh, it's that pod. That pod. Well, she took like a century nap or something. Something about this doesn't feel right. But the NIKKE before her seems to be in genuine distress, so Rappy shows her her phone screen. The red NIKKE stares at the date for a long time.
Huh. It's been 30 years?
One hell of a nap.
You. Let me talk to you for a moment.
I was just thinking the other day. If you think about a Red Hood, has got a lot of Baldur's Gate Karlach spirit to her.
What should I call you?
Rappy wordlessly takes out her label.
Mass-produced NIKKE RR15436.
Oh, she doesn't want
That's
to tell
your
anyone her
name?
name, because she thinks it's bad name now, bad karma. Rappy nods her head.
That can't be right. Don't you have a proper name?
Mass-produced NIKKEs like myself don't have names.
Don't lie to me. You must have a name. I'm Red Hood.
Is that your real name?
Well, yeah. So, what's yours?
Rappy.
She said it.
My name is Rappy.
Footstep, walk, run. To be continued. Oh! Man! Ah! Man! This is good though. This is really nice. Really damn cool whole setup for Robbie's story already. And Footstep, following a footstep, and so it's good. Like all the naming and analogies going on here. Now we know Frisia was from Robbie. God damn it! So who was she? I do not know. Smiling Rappy? In my video game? Amazing. Oh, I know what the song reminds me of now. The one that's playing right now. It reminds me of Stellar Blade. When you're in the desert area. Right? Man, I'm looking forward to playing Stellar Blade again, you know. PC version. Give it a proper run once more. And hopefully this time no control issues. Let's do a quick challenge. Why not? Boom, boom,
Are
boom.
you planning? I really do enjoy being with you.
Double Alice!
I really do enjoy being with you.
Because we're crazy. Put him like that. Hold on. Wait. Marion, where you at? Am I crazy? Oh, there.
I will always protect you, Commander.
So part 2 is coming out next week? This looks freaky.
Huh? They're all down.
For the release of Super Rappy? Oh boy. I mean, I've got golden tickets. I can get it for sure. It's gonna be great.
Time for class to begin. Pay
But I gotta get through that story, you know? I wanna find out. I wanna get to that point. I need to have answers.
Reloading.
I don't need sleep. I need answers. Good. So that's all we can do right now? So what am I gonna do tomorrow? First, let me...
Woohoo!
First, my books.
It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
Okay. What? Sure. Give me that. Yeah. That's all we can do for tonight. But we could make a cheeky poll right here. Should I make a tempo? Or can we put on that pilgrim list, can we put Roppy on there when she comes out? Either way, you know, it's a good night when you finish it off with a cheeky temple. Here we go. Let's get ourselves a Red Hood. Hey. Hey, hey. Oh! I'm telling you. I'm feeling it. Oh, 2.
Soldier
Oh.
OW. Soldier EG at your...
All right, here it comes. Elysian. All right, fine. Who's that?
My name is Privity, and I am
Privity.
your maid.
Liberty Unkind Maid. Great. I haven't had her. Awesome. All right, but there's one more.
Let's go find...
Elysian again? Sewen. No, wait, sorry.
My
Ingrid.
name is Privity, and I am your maid.
Huh? Like she really wanted to be part of the squad, huh? Huh? Alright, let's spend the free 3 tickets I've got. Wouldn't it be funny if I get Red Hood now? Wouldn't it be funny if I get Red Hood now? Okay, never mind. Don't worry, I'm not corrupted. I think. Can I make it a social temp? Yes! The power of friendship! Let's get another gold, alright? Let's make it exciting. We just played a very exciting story. No! Wendy, why? Rio, was that you doing? There's Ruppy. What?
Saw teeth and tight...
Just in time, dear client. I see you're a man of taste.
One more. Ruppy, what's like? Come on, Ruppy. We know you know we're gonna pull for you next week. You don't have to be so jealous and cock block my SSR pull. Yep, at least it's not Belorta. I mean, just constantly like with that meat. She's like, that's how I felt today, eating all that meat, man. All right. Hey, wait. I saw something earlier on when I was flying over the Reddit without getting spoiled, but I saw someone was saying Wikipedia. There. Rob Pierre's already in.
What do you think of me, Commander? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Like she's talking more upbeat a little.
Commander, I have some thoughts regarding the next mission. All systems are go. I don't think it could get any better than this.
Like her design looks so much, you know, like overall, like quality wise, you know, it looks like top tier right now. The big ass weapon that Snow White made. With the drill function.
Speaking of which, it's been a long time since you've been here. Maybe because so much has happened, but it almost feels like home.
Yo, Vanium Vampire! Welcome back. Thank you very much.
Personally, I think there should be a hidden room in the commander's chambers.
You must join Smash.
All right. All right. Well, well. Well, well. Hey, this has been great. You know, I've got like a very certain, you know, like character banner going on here. But maybe with Rappy, we could change it up. You know, I've been rocking this since basically since the summer event. I think I did a very good job there. Is it obvious which character I like? Is it? I'm not sure. I like the frame with the horse. Okay, good. Well, alas.
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus.
This is also where we call it a night. I know it's technically early, but also at the same time, hey, we played through part 1, which I thought was like really interesting. It's great when they give you backstory on like characters that you have as your main kind of people. Very interesting for you know, if Anis gets some story like that in the future, will be very interesting. Of course, Neon too. Don't worry, of course. But there's personal interest in Anis. Yeah. Lots of wholesomeness, yep. Remember, it's a fishing game. Don't judge a book by its cover, even if the cover looks like Playboy. Wait, what? Okay.
Mirror, mirror.
Anyways. I'm very excited for part 2, because it's gonna be interesting to actually see like how she, you know, the interaction with like Red Hood and Rappy then. Oh boy. And I've got like 17 more chapters to go to see in the actual story her transformation to become a magical girl. Because she's a magical girl now. It's crazy. Right then, everyone. It's time for me to head out. But I shall be back tomorrow. And I shall be back on Saturday as well. On Saturday, we're gonna stream into my birthday, which is happening on Sunday, because I won't be streaming on Sunday. And as I mentioned, I'll be going away for a couple days for New Year's.
Mirror, mirror.
So essentially, stream Friday, Saturday. And then after that, I'll be back probably Friday after that. And then we shall return to proper schedule streams, more variety again. Which, don't worry, of course, there's gonna be NIKKE, just also other games, you know? So don't just do like short streams of like 2-3 hours, but more like 4 to 6 hours again, maybe even more. You know, like real gamer hours. Something like that. Anyways. If you enjoyed tonight, do feel free to join us on Discord. The link is as always in the description down below, or this is happening live right now on Twitch, and the link is in the chat. Alright, well, this has been fun. NIKKE stories always excite me.
Mirror, mirror.
Should I do chapter 18 tomorrow, or should I do the New Year, New Sword event? Thoughts. Anyhow, that's to me to think about, I guess. I'll be back tomorrow evening at some time. I'm hoping for like 9 p.m. And yeah, don't know what else to say. I've lost the train of my thoughts. I gotta head out. I'm exhausted today. I had to eat so much. Oh, poor me. Alright, all of you, I hope you had a good Christmas, or if you don't celebrate or things like that whatsoever, I hope you're just having a good time. Just in general. It doesn't need to be a holiday to have a good time. I hope you have a good time. Thank you very much, as always, for making time to come over here and, you know, chilling on the stream. It's awesome. I know, even if you're just out there lurking, thanks for lurking. But, as this is a small stream, chatting is amazing. So thank you very much if you do. Alright, hey, I shall see you again tomorrow. And if not, well then you hopefully have a great Friday. Alright? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Ciao. Bye.
Give me the guacamole.